What's up, everyone? We're back here. Mike Randle, Chief Content Officer on X at Randle Rank, giving you the Week 14 NFL recap. We are heading into Week 15 with just one more game left to go. We got two games left to go tomorrow night, and then we are ready to roll to get you ready here for the fantasy playoffs. It is amazing. Some of you are already in it. You've done an incredible job, but we join you each and every Sunday here to give you a recap of what you saw. We're going to go around the league, 10 minutes. We do it every Sunday. Here we go. We give you the important information. First, let's start with tonight's game. Cowboys 33, Eagles 13. All week long, the books had it right. They had the Cowboys favored by 3.5. People were saying, is this really going to happen? The Eagles are in the midst of a really tough stretch here of games, and they stumble at Dallas. Both teams now 10-3. Jalen Hurts, no touchdowns throwing, nothing on the ground either. Just a rough game all around. You had A.J. Brown, 9 receptions, 94 yards. He got there, but it was basically garbage time. Devonta Smith, 5 for 73. Good to see Dallas Goedert back, 4 for 30. Not a big line this week, but if you have Dallas Goedert on your fantasy benches, you probably want to start next week as well. DeAndre Swift, 11 carries, didn't do much, 39 yards. On the other side, Dak Prescott continues to roll, 24-39, 271, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Tony Pollard did have a goal line carry, didn't get in, so Rico Dowdell got in, 12 for 46. Look like they're going to be splitting carries, which may actually be better for the efficiency moving forward for Tony Pollard. Jake Ferguson, 5 for 72. CeeDee Lamb got an early touchdown. Gallup got one in the second half. They are rolling, going right through here, looking fantastic. The Cowboys, over the last few weeks, DVOA, they've been incredible. Next game here. Buccaneers come up with a big win, 29-25 on the road. There are now 3 teams tied atop the division there in the NFC South at 6-7. Baker Mayfield, 2 touchdown passes, threw 1 to Rachaad White and 1 to Cade Otton, which was the game winner driving down the field late in the fourth quarter. Rachaad White, 102 yards. We talked about him last week. The best dead zone RB you can find out there, has been fantastic. Mike Evans really did not do much. 1 of 8. Atlanta really did shut him down, did a nice job there. And that was pretty much it. On the other side, Desmond Ridder was okay, still struggled with the turnovers, had the interception there, as well as had 2 fumbles, didn't lose one, but he was 26 of 40, 347, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He also ran one in. He's got to run more. He's got to run more for fantasy owners if you have him, especially in Best Ball Mania as you go into the playoffs on Underdog next week. But they have to run more to give Atlanta a chance to win because he's just not that great of a pocket passer. Bijan, 10 of 34, struggled against a Tampa Bay defense that was missing players, including Vita Vea, but still got that touchdown. Drake London, a monster game, 10 for 172. Kyle Pitts had a touchdown as well early on. Next game here, Bears 28, Lions 13. You know, Jared Goff outside. There's a lot of stats that support Jared Goff struggling outside. You have to wonder if he can continue that in the playoffs because this was a bad spot here that he should have bounced back. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Jahmyr Gibbs got in on the ground. David Montgomery, second chance at revenge game. Didn't go so well, 10 for 66. Josh Reynolds caught the 1 touchdown. Sam Laporta, 2 for 23. Amon-Ra St. Brown, super disappointing. Should get going back again next week. 3 for 21. On the other side, Justin Fields, 223 and 1, had 58 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown. So 2 total touchdowns for him. Looked great. Deonta Foreman, 11 for 50. DJ Moore ran one in on a fake reverse pitch back to Justin Fields. He lined up under center. Fields came in motion, faked the pitch, took it right around the corner for their first touchdown. Also had 6 for 68 and a receiving touchdown. When DJ Moore has Justin Fields as his quarterback, he produces, which is great news for fantasy owners moving forward. Cole Kmet, a good tight end line in a shallow tight end position, 5 for 66. Moving on. Bengals 34, Colts 14. Bengals looked really good here. And if you have Jake Browning or you can pick up Jake Browning, you may want to think about it. 18 of 24, 275, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. A.J. McCarron came in, but Browning looked like he was okay. 1 of 1 for -1 yards. Joe Mixon, 21 of 79, 1 touchdown. Chase Brown looked tremendous. He is going to be a valuable part of this offense. Plenty to go around here. 25 yards on the ground. Caught a 54-yard screen pass for a touchdown. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, not much, only 3 for 23. T. Higgins got 72 yards. On the other side, Gardner Minshew, ho-hum day. Defense couldn't stop the Bengals. Zach Moss, only 13 for 28. Boy, Zach Moss continues to be chalk here for fantasy owners, particularly in DFS, and he ends up not producing yet again. That's got to be concerning. Michael Pittman, 8 for 95. We said it last week. When you have a pocket passer back there, not Anthony Richardson, but someone who's a traditional pocket passer, which maybe Richardson could grow into to be a lot better, he is going to produce. Nothing else much around at all. Touchdown from Mo Alley Cox was his only reception. Browns 31, Jaguars 27. Browns got up early, and the Jaguars came all the way back and kept this one close. Joe Flacco, spectacular. 26 of 45, 311, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Kareem Hunt ran one in. There's your 4 touchdowns. The passing touchdowns, 2 to David Njoku. So David Njoku owners looking fantastic here as he's starting to produce. Amari Cooper, even with Flacco back there, solid, had 14 targets. You see that? 14 targets for Amari Cooper, 7 for 77. Elijah Moore, not much. David Bell caught one late, which was the one that ended up being the difference. On the other side, Trevor Lawrence, good game, gutted through some injuries, went 28 of 52, 57, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, though. Travis Etienne ran one in late. Evan Ingram, 11 for 95 and 2 touchdowns. Calvin Ridley, not much and nothing else. Of course, they're struggling without Christian Kirk there in the wide receiver course. So they went with Parker Washington, who actually had a fumble today as well. Saints look good, 28-6 over the Panthers. The Panthers are a mess. Much worse than Arizona right now, just not looking good. Bryce Young, I feel like we see this Bryce Young stat line each and every week. 13 to 36, 137 passing yards, took 4 sacks, just didn't move the offense. Chuba Hubbard, 23 for 87. He's getting a lot of volume. Miles Sanders also looked good. Adam Thielen, 5 for 74, but nothing else anywhere. Jonathan Mingo, nothing. DJ Chark, nothing. This Panther offense is atrocious. On the other side, Derek Carr battled some injuries as well, but they got the W here. Alvin Kamara, 12-56 for 1 touchdown. A.T. Perry caught 1 for 44. Chris Olave got a touchdown late, and that was pretty much it. Not a lot here with Michael Thomas out, Rashid Shaheed out, but they did get the win, 28-6. And again, they're in a 3-way tie atop the NFC South. Jets 30. Jets win. Jets 30, Texans 6. CJ Stroud injured and left this game. That's the big news. Davis Mills came in. It was late. He's in concussion protocol. Will he be ready next week? That's a really big question. Brevin Jordan, not much here. Nico Collins shut down, only 1 of 13 against this Jets defense. Zach Wilson, 301 yards and 2 touchdowns. Very solid day for Zach Wilson. Really good day for him after a lot of criticism. Breece Hall, only 40 yards rushing. Xavier Gibson got a jet sweep to get in the end zone there early. So that was the touchdown. Garrett Wilson still had a nice day, 9 for 108. Breece Hall, 8 for 86 and 1. He was an integral part. Even Tyler Conklin, 4 for 57. Just a big win all around for the Jets and people who have their fantasy players on their team. Ravens 37, Rams 31. A lot of people were swaying this way. It's survival pool implications, but the Ravens get the W here to go to 10-3. They're actually the 1 seed in the AFC because the Chiefs lost. We'll get to that in a little bit. Lamar Jackson, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 70 yards on the ground. Odell Beckham, 4 for 97 and 1, has looked good and got 10 targets. Zay Flowers got 10 targets, 6 for 60 and 1. And Isaiah Likely finally erupted here. People took him in Best Ball Mania last couple rounds, just in case as insurance for Mark Andrews. Big game today, 5 for 83 and 1, and caught a 54-yard touchdown pass in the first quarter. On the other side, Stafford, really good. 23 of 41, 294 and 3. Kyron Williams got 114 rushing yards, even against the Ravens defense, which is really encouraging. Cooper Kupp is back, 8, 115 and 1. Demarcus Robinson caught a touchdown. Puka Nacua, no touchdown, 5 for 84. Next game up. Vikings 3, Raiders 0. We don't spend much time on this. Maybe the worst game I've seen in quite a while. Definitely the worst game of the year. Just awful. Good for the defense here for Brian Flores and the Vikings, but that was it. Josh Dobbs got benched, couldn't do anything. 10 of 23 for 63. Nick Mullins came in the game. 5 sacks Josh Dobbs took. Alexander Madison, 10 for 66. Justin Jefferson got hurt on a hospital ball that Dobbs threw early. He was taken to the hospital as a precaution. Not only was it called a hospital ball, it really sent him to the hospital as a precaution. He may not be back rest of the season. TJ Hawkinson, 5 for 53. Jordan Addison, nothing terrible. On the other side, not much either. Aiden O'Connell couldn't do much. Josh Jacobs couldn't run against the Vikings defense. Amir Abdullah got in. Zamir White, not much. Hunter Renfrow is the only player you can maybe take some solace in, starting to get more involved. 3 for 46. He's eating into the targets there for Jacoby Myers. Devontae Adams, 7 for 53. Couple games left. Niners 28, Seahawks 16. Only drama here was where they're going to cover the spread, and they did, which was amazing. It was 11 here. Seattle, no Geno Smith. Drew Lock came in and does what Drew Lock does. 22 of 31, 269, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Little good, little bad. Zach Charbonnet had a nice run, but that was it. Tyler Lockett, 6 for 89. DK Metcalf caught a touchdown and was furious, threw his helmet, very frustrated late with one of the interceptions. That was pretty much it. Colby Parkinson catches the touchdown, not Noah Fant. Jackson Smith and Jigba did not really get going. On the other side, Brock Purdy, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. McCaffrey, 145 yards, had a 71-yard a 71-yard run that got to the 1-yard line, and he got vultured by Jordan Mason. That's not going to happen a lot right on the first drive of the game. Debo was great, 7, 149 and 1. Ayuk 6 for 126. He was great. Kittle caught a touchdown, just great all around here. McCaffrey only won because they didn't need it. Brock Purdy looks good. San Francisco looks like the best team in the NFL. Bills 20, Chiefs 17. Chiefs very frustrated with Kadarius Toney lining up offsides, but folks, he was offsides. He was offside by so much. Carl Cheffer said after the game, we couldn't even see the ball. That is his mistake. They're mad that it wasn't called. It's been called 11 times this year. It's something that they're emphasizing, and he was egregiously off the line of scrimmage. He was over the line of scrimmage, called back a touchdown where Kelsey caught the ball over the middle and then threw a cross-field pass back to Kadarius Toney, who ran it in with about a minute left. Mahomes 271, 1-1. He does not have wide receivers who can get open. That is a problem. Travis Kelce 6 for 83, but got a lot late. He is being contained, and the wide receivers can't do anything. Rashee Rice is the only one. He's fantastic. 7 for 72 and 1. But look at this. Kadarius Toney 3 for 25. Marquez Valdes-Scantling 2 for 22. Sky Moore 0 for 0. Disaster of a selection for Sky Moore, for people took him in best ball drafts and fantasy drafts early. On the other side, Buffalo needed this win, 7-6, and they're right back in the playoff hunt. Josh Allen ran one in. He threw one. James Cook does what he does, 10 rushes, 58 yards. Remember that thing about Leonard Fournette being a problem here for James Cook? He hasn't been active yet. James Cook, 5 for 53 and 1, caught a touchdown right away. Dawson Knox got in the mix, which means Khalil Shakir doesn't do much. Dalton Kincaid's numbers were also suppressed, and Kansas City shut down Stephon Diggs, who was very frustrated, but that's what happens. Big win for the Bills here, who are again in the playoff hunt. And 2 games left. Broncos 24, Chargers 7. Nightmare for the Chargers here and for people who are invested in the Chargers. Justin Herbert hurt. Looks like he's a fracture on his throwing hand. Could be done for the year. 9 of 17, 96, 1 interception. Easton Stick came in. He's god-awful. Hit the live line in this one easily. Austin Eckler, 10 for 51 and 1, probably gets a lot more volume. Maybe Joshua Kelly too. Quentin Johnson, how about this? Quentin Johnson finally erupts when Easton Stick is the quarterback. 3 for 91. Keenan Allen owner is going to be frustrated. Only 6 for 68. He did get 12 targets, though. He has to get more involved, and he has a quarterback who is not as talented to do it. On the other side, Russ Wilson, 21 to 33, 224, 2-1. Javonte Williams got in the end zone and looked really good. And don't look now, a Denver team that was 1-5 is now 7-6 and just 1 game behind the Chiefs in the AFC West. Cortland Sutton, 3 for 62 and 1. That was it. Jerry Jeudy really didn't do much. It's clearly Cortland Sutton moving forward. And the last game here for Week 14 before we head into tomorrow night. We got 2 games tomorrow night. Remember, we have Titans and Dolphins and Packers and Giants. Last one here was the one we talked about. Dallas, yes, was the Patriots and the Steelers back from Thursday. A game that knocked a lot of people out of the survival pool. Patriots, Bailey Zappi, 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns for Bailey Zappi. Zeke Elliott actually had a really good game, 22 for 68, and he caught a touchdown, 7 for 72. Juju in a revenge game was good. Hunter Henry hit 2 touchdowns. So the Patriots offense looked better than it ever has all year long. On the other side, Mitch Trubisky, not much, 22 for 35, 191 touchdown, 1 interception. Najee Harris, 12 for 29, didn't look great. Deontay Johnson caught a touchdown, but the rest were really struggling, and you know George Pickens is going to be frustrated here. That's what we have right now. There's your recap, folks. 13 minutes in and out, Week 14. Remember to follow us, join us here. FTN Fantasy, FTN Daily. We have huge hits across the board at FTN Bets. We are rolling, especially in college basketball. You know the deal, folks. We'll be back again next week. Week 15 is here, basically 1 day away. Then Week 16, we are talking about the championship weeks. That's what matters here. FTN Fantasy Chief Content Officer Mike Randle. We'll see you again on Sunday night.